Today we're gonna talk about a few items that are very good and unique on Riven. So first is Trinity Force. Why do I think that Trinity Force is good? The Spellblade passive is pretty OP against squishy targets that you can easily delete with this item. After using an ability, the next basic attack deals bonus physical damage equal to 200% of base attack damage on it. 1.5 seconds cooldown. So basically, if you use E or whatever to engage, you use your empowered auto attack with this passive, you can say bye bye AD carry beach, see ya. Okay. This is actually pretty good for the lethality build V2. That's how I call it. And now to the next item. It's Blade. Blade is actually pretty good against champions that stack health, gives you 50% lifesteal, 25% attack speed, which is always good. Like, attack speed on Riven isn't bad since you can basically cancel your Q animation faster, and 40 AD is always, like, it's not bad. The active is basically 100 magic damage and 25% of their movement speed, like stealing 25% of their movement speed for 3 seconds. 90 seconds cooldown. And now to the Stone Plates. Stone Plate is basically an OP item if you need to be the frontliner in your team. So you get 40 armor and magic resistance, and the passive is like if there are 3 champions or more nearby, you grant 40 bonus armor and magic resistance, and it's always showing you the range. This is the range. And the active increases health by 40% and champion size. But if there are like 3 or more enemy champions, you get 100% health instead, meaning doubled health. But your damage gets reduced by 60%. So basically what it means, you need to time this item correctly, and then you're good to go. And with the off tank build, you're probably gonna have 3k plus health. Let's say you're in a team fight, you get like 6k health. This is fucking insane. You're engaging with 6k health, then you wait for your abilities, like you wait for this active to go off, like you tanked enough, and then you're blowing everything off like your old active. And now to Adaptive Helm. Adaptive Helm is good against magic damage that has dot damage over time. Taking that magic damage from a spell or effect reduces all subsequent magic damage from that same spell or effect by 15% for 4 seconds. Actually pretty good against Swain, Cassiopeia, maybe even Twitch. He has magic damage, who knows. Like all the champions who deal fucking magic damage, dot. Good stats, 10% cooldown, so let's move to the next item, Death Stance. Like 50% of the physical damage dealt is healing you. And for AoE damage it's 33%. I don't even know if like Hydra is making it much stronger, I assume. Or maybe not, who knows. But I think it does, so 30% of damage taken is dealt as a bleed effect over 3 seconds. So basically what this means is, let's say a Caitlyn is auto-attacking you for 1k damage. She's giving you 6 autos, 1k damage, and 30% would be 300 health, which is going to be dealt as a bleed effect, damage over time, over like 3 seconds. So basically you're getting like 100 damage per second. And assume that you have this lifesteal shit. Like, I don't know if I can call it lifesteal, but it gives you health back. And Ravenous Hydra, or a lifesteal item, different than lifesteal item. It's pretty OP. And yeah, I think this was pretty much it. Now we're going to the builds. Remember that these items are really like situational, so basically if you don't feel like one item is especially good, you can always change the item build a bit to your like expectations. expectations. So basically what we're presenting today is 3 different Triforce builds, then the standard Riven build against tanks, then the lifesteal build, the no Black Cleaver build, and the off-tank Riven. But before I want to continue with these item builds, I want to tell you the difference between Trinity Force and Black Cleaver. This is pretty easy to tell. So first, you're getting 25 AD, 40% attack speed, 20% cooldown, 5% movement speed, 250 health. And attack speed is always good to cancel your Q animations. You get the same cooldown, you get extra mobility, you get 15 AD less and 150 less health. The passives are the difference. Like the one passive, they have Rage, both have this passive, but Black Cleaver has his unique passive and Trinity has Spellblade, and I'm gonna read it. After using an ability, the next basic attack deals bonus physical damage equal to 200% of base attack damage on hit. 1.5 seconds cooldown. And now to Black Cleaver. Dealing physical damage to an enemy champion cleaves them, reducing their armor by 4% for 6 seconds. Stacks up to 6 times, up to 24%. So basically, you go Trinity against no tanks, like basically one tank maybe in the enemy team, like, or if you're playing the lethality build, or the fucking Black Cleaver against tanks. In no fucking world you're gonna auto attack and AD carry 6 times. He's gonna run and say see ya bitch. So let's actually go to the item builds. I'm gonna present you the Trinity builds first, like the 3 Trinity builds. The first one is actually a split pusher build. So it's basically Trinity Force, Death Stance, PD, and Ravenous Hydra. So why do I think this is good? The passive Lament, the last champion hit deals 12% less damage to you. Basically, 1v1s, you're pretty much unkillable against a squishy target. If you're not laning against a squishy target, you can fucking go Black Cleaver and add Last Whisper in between. This is like the split pusher build, what I would really recommend. Then to the second build, which is actually Lethality V2. I like to call it this way. Basically Trinity, Ghostblade, and Dustblade. So basically, why do I think this build is good? You have 2.3k health, you're not that squishy, you have some health. You have the Spellblade passive, you have a lot of attack speed, you have lethality, you have mobility, you have everything. So basically, if you liked the lethality build, please make sure to test this lethality build. And I don't even want to know what happens if you go this build with lethality runes. If you're like on lethality Riven and with lethality runes, holy shit. Okay, now to the next build. This is actually just Death Stance and Ravenous. So basically you do a decent amount of damage, you don't want to split push and you want to survive longer, and there are some squishy targets. Now to the standard Riven build. Black Cleaver, Death Stance, Ravenous, one of the Last Whisper items. And if you don't lane against a tank, where you really need Black Cleaver first, you can rush Death Stance first. Now to the no Black Cleaver build. Death Stance, Ghostblade, all Ravenous. 4 items. The rest is pretty situational. Why do I think this build is good? When Lifeline triggers, gain 20 AD, 10% spell vamp, and 10% lifesteal. So basically you're like having 1 AP champion at least in their enemy team. You don't build this if they have a full AD comp, of course. So basically you get a lot from Life Grip, you have a lot of sustain from Death Stance and Ravenous, and you can actually like you're fucking immortal with perfect positioning and good game. If you have a good game knowledge, you can actually do great with this build. And now to the lifesteal build, which I don't really like, but I'm still gonna mention it. It's basically a combination of 3 lifesteal items with other items. Like you need to get like 40% cooldown, and yeah, I mean, shit build, to be honest. I don't like it. Now to the pretty interesting build, and this is gonna be the fucking off-tank Riven. Basically Black Cleaver, Death Stance, Titanic Hydra, um, Titanic Hydra, Stone Plate, and Starex. Why do I think this build is good? This build is only like good if you need, if you're playing off tank Riven, like if you need a front line, you're building this one. If you feel like, okay, we don't have a front line, I need to engage, go this build. It's actually great, and the last item is pretty optional. And remember, you don't have to build boots. You can skip it, or you can sell your boots for a last item. I think this was pretty much it with the fucking builds, and now to the masteries. So actually, you're going further most of the time against matchups like Yasuo, Darius, Clad, Poppy, Fiora, Irelia, Renekton. Why? I'm giving you some good examples why you go against Renekton, Yasuo, or let's say an Irelia, Fervor, and not Thunderlords. So first, a bad player, it can work against a bad player. This is fact. But against a good player, the Renekton is, if you try to disengage against the Renekton, Irelia, Yasuo, when you got your Thunderlord's proc, they're gonna re-engage and fuck your ass, so don't do that, please. Like, the Fervor is for long trades and against tanks, and the Thunderlords is against short trades and squishy targets. Basically, the lethality build is works with fucking Thunderlords, of course. And you go Thunderlords against Teemo, Ganon, Gnar, Jace. Like, these are some examples. There are probably more matchups. But I think I pretty much said everything about the masteries, and now to the runes. I go 13 AD, 9 armor, and 10% cooldown. The lethality build, for the lethality build, you can like get the fucking lethality runes. Maybe not full lethality, but you can like pretty much go for 3 AD quints and then lethality marks. 10% cooldown, 9 armor, or even increasing health per level, that's up to you. So this was my Riven build. I hope you liked it. It's the re-uploaded version, and please make sure to sub and share for more. Please tell me what I should do as a 3K sub special. So thank you guys for watching. I would actually like be grateful if you check my Twitch channel out sometimes. I'm basically live every day, or at least 4 times a week. So thank you guys for watching, and see ya next time.